So today I'm going to show you guys Flodesk Studio, which is a new product. Essentially, Flodesk Studio turns anything you want to say into a beautifully designed on-brand email in seconds that you can then export to Flodesk or any other email service provider. So like Mailchimp, Kit, all those things. And how they kind of position it is, you import all your brand voice, your brand kit, all these things. Flodesk designs something and then you can customize and tweak it specifically to how you want. So it's using AI, but it's not relying on AI, which I think is actually really cool. And I love that they haven't limited it just to Flodesk and that anyone can use it. So today I'm going to show you the back end and how it works. And if you don't know me, I'm Marta. I am the creator of Accountabilibuddies and a digital marketing consultant where I help small business owners optimize their online presence. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this is what the back of Flodesk Studio looks like. As you can see, I have already started an email. Right now it's only limited to emails, but it also has forms and pages coming soon, which is really exciting. Those are other things that I've found really beneficial about Flodesk, where you can kind of keep everything in one location and then embed it in your website or have a sales page or whatever. And it's kind of set up, you'll notice, like Claude or ChatGPT, where you have these prompts and then your previous chats are kind of all filing under here. So when you first sign up, the first thing they have you do is import your brand. So first it's your brand style. So you're going into your fonts. They have preset ones. If you don't have a personal brand information yet, you add your business information. So your logo, your name, I should put my name, your website URL, and a business description. Then you go into your brand colors, which again, if you don't have any yet, they can suggest them for you. Then you're going into your fonts. And this was something I found really, really cool that I was surprised. On the font mapping, this is something that I think is so valuable. It has a web-safe plain text font. So you can preset what your web-safe font is, which I think is so awesome. I thought that was genius. Well done, Flodesk. So you can do your heading, your subheading, body, and then button and accent. So they keep it pretty simple, but really clear, which is great. Then you can add brand images. You can customize your buttons. So you can have it filled or not filled and the type of corner you want and the degree, which is also great. Then your brand voice. And so this is something that I'm seeing more and more where you can input kind of a paragraph specifying what your brand voice is. Then you can upload all your social links. And I mean, they have everything under the sun, which is great. LTK. So many options. And then you can add your business address, which, as I'm sure you're aware, from a legal standpoint, all emails that you're sending, like marketing emails, newsletters, everything, need to have a physical address at the bottom of your email newsletter to be compliant. So you can add that in there and then it shows up consistently across all the bottoms. So that's kind of the back end. That's where you get started. Again, this is in beta and they make it really clear. So if you find any issues, there's a little like button where you can flag and type in and describe the issue you're having or send a screenshot or a recording or whatever, which is great. And while it's in beta, it is free. So I highly encourage you to come check this out. It's super cool. Okay, so we're gonna go in and create a new email. And so you can write a very specific prompt about what you want to create, or you can kind of go with a general recommended prompt. So maybe what I'm going to do is I have a webinar coming up. So we're going to do event, and you can see the different kind of prompts that they are suggesting. So let's say I do have a webinar coming up, but we're not going to use those details, but we're going to create a fun pretend webinar. So here, let's use this first one. Write an email promoting my upcoming free webinar, include the date, time, and a CTA to register. And again, you can add more. Here are the details. It is promoting my group community Accountabilibuddies. And I will be talking about how to optimize your Instagram bio. Here is the link to my community for more information. And just go over here. And paste that in. And then you let it do its work. magicalizing. Okay, so the same way you would with chat or Claude, they're gonna give you a couple of feedback. What is the date and time? Let's say it's Wednesday, July 16th at 12 p.m. Central Time. So now it's come up with something specific to your webinar, and it gives you 3 different options from a visual design standpoint. So you can kind of look at more with this header, you can have kind of a fancier design type thing, or more of a standard email with this below. And then you can refine it here if you want, or what you can do is go in and edit specifically. So global settings, if you click on the background pop up, let's say I want my global background to be more like this. We're just gonna pick one like this to get started. And then I can fix that background so it looks more seamless. And then, so maybe we don't do it like that. I don't know, we'll play around. Then let's make this block a little bit different. There we go. So it pops out. I never use my whole name there. So apparently I need to update that down there. And let's say I want to move this block up and move my register button up. So then I can go in and tweak the copy, this whole like chat-esque type I'm not a fan of. So we can go do that. Then I like more of a left aligned situation. Also, I found instances where it doesn't fully update. So you'll notice like normally I write in a dark brown font. This is on black, so I'll update that here as well. And then there. And we'll left align that too. Then register for free. So you'll notice that it didn't pull my button settings from my normal thing. So you can see down here where it says share feedback, you can screenshot what's happening and then upload a screenshot or an image and give a description as to what the issue is so that they can go in and fix the bug. But we'll just go ahead right now and do railway. Okay, interesting. So that must be a web only font. So fix that, which I've never fully understood why sometimes it's web only and sometimes it's not, but who's to say? And that didn't change, interestingly. There we go. Okay. So that's that. And then you can connect your social profiles, which I already have, but this seems maybe more like a carousel feed. So I'll take that off because I'm not interested in that. And then this issue I actually found before and have flagged to them. It screws up the formatting on this. I don't know why. I don't have another button here and you can see it's wonky. So I'll definitely go back in and share feedback on that one. Then again, you're going back to your web font. We're gonna do this so it looks a little more clean, minimal. Always don't forget to add your copyright byline in there as well. And then you can go in and add blocks. So this is great because then we can tweak. So then I'll come in the padding, which I love how they do this really easily with the padding. And I like my social icons to be below that. So again, this is something they have not fixed. And then this hasn't updated. There we go. Okay, so that is kind of the basic gist. And then obviously, as it reminds you, you need to go in and add your links to all of these buttons. So that's kind of how it is. And then of course, as you can see here, let's say I wanted to add an additional block. They have all different options. So you can do text, video, divider, footer, image, Instagram, spacer, logo, button, social links, header, banner, list, testimonial, countdown, poll, content, invitation, personal bio, quote, recipe, signature, favorite. So let's see what the invitation button. So like it kind of pops up with this pre-done thing and it has like a nice little sticker. You can change your sticker. And then on the block, you can always toggle on and off various elements if it's not relevant or interesting to you. So just to be aware of that customization as well. And then when you're ready, obviously you always want to test. So you can send a test, and then let's say I think this is perfect and I think it's amazing and I'm ready to go and I've checked everything. Let's say it's perfect. Okay, then we're gonna go over here to export, and if you have a Flodesk account, you can go ahead and send with Flodesk or download an HTML or copy the HTML. So let's do send with Flodesk and log into my account. And then you want to allow permissions if you're already a Flodesk user. And we're going to check it out. If I need to edit it, then I need to go back into Flodesk Studio. So this is what's going to happen. I just looked at my own branding and I was like, oh, in my Flodesk, it's not quite the same. I want to update this. So I'm going to look at the block. We're going to change the background here to this color so it's consistent. My normal email, and then go into global settings, change that to white. Now we're just going to delete this block because we don't need it. Oh, this is the other thing I forgot to tell you. So you can also save blocks. This is in Flodesk Studio and normal Flodesk to your favorites. So if you really like the design of something and you know you want to use it consistently, you can save it as a favorite. And then when you go to your blocks again to add something, you can go to favorites and it'll pull up over here, which is great. And you can go remove it if you need to. So I always thought that was pretty cool. It was a great feature. So let's export that. So update in Flodesk. And we're going to check it out. And there we have it. So I have my beautifully designed email. Then it's kind of popping you directly into your normal flow to send out an email in Flodesk. So you can go to next, and then who's it coming from? Check that. Check your subject line, your preview text. You can A/B test. And once that's in, you choose your audience and your email is ready to go. Now, I'm going to show you then another way to import it into Mailchimp. Okay, so let's say you wanted to export it to another email service like Mailchimp. So I have another business that is more of an e-commerce. I sell art prints online. So, and I use Mailchimp with that because I have a Shopify account, which is different from like my service-based business, where I think Flodesk is the best for service-based business. And I think Mailchimp is great because it integrates with Shopify. It's better for e-commerce. So own personal thoughts, but so let's export this now as you can either download the HTML or copy HTML. So we're going to do copy in this instance. And then just going to wait for this to load down here. And then copy to clipboard. Then we're going to go to Mailchimp. I'm going to go to create. And then use HTML to code my own. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to paste in code. Then I'm going to come over here and paste that and click save. And there it is. How amazing. So that is the really cool thing about Flodesk Studio. You don't actually need to have Flodesk in order to use it. And you should definitely test it out while it is in beta and free. And you can use it as much as you want. There's no limit to it. So try it out and I'll put it in the link below. And I hope you have a great day.